The Le Brun family from the No.1 Family Estate in Marlborough have commissioned me to do a portrait, a special one. It's their mother, Reine Le Brun. And this coming October, a Cuvèe Reserve is going to be presented in her name. In fact, you can see the bottle behind me there. And to commemorate that, the Le Brun family have asked me to do this portrait. So I've decided to go with a mid-tone paper. It's a warmer paper. It'll perhaps have an older sort of dreamy look about it with monochromatic pastels. I'm going to be using for a start pan pastel and applying it with tools such as these soft tools. Later on I'll add some pencil work to it, and I might even move to colour pencil later on. There's some line work there already, so let's see how we go. Going to first establish the eyes. I think that I always get a sense of life when the eyes come together. So there's not a lot of detail, but then that might not be a bad thing either. It's just going to help me to keep it a bit hazy looking, a bit dreamy. Pastels are good like that. So I'm just using a pan pastel here. It's a very small applicator. It's like a powdered dust really. I'm just blocking out a lot of the hair. It's starting to form the line of the overall face. Just the darkest darks at the moment, and establishing where they are in this block out. A few little details there, put a little bit of a tooth or two, some of the shadow shapes under the nose, and just start blocking it out to get an idea of the form. Oh no, I was starting to realise at this stage that I was heading into what can be called the ugly stage, and it became more predominant as I tried to lay down some highlights as I saw it get steadily worse and worse. And by 5 o'clock, poor Renee had a 5 o'clock shadow even. Now the ugly stage is something that shouldn't worry a person too much normally. We realise it happens, and you can see here just how awful it's looking at the moment. But with a couple of hours perseverance and getting some of the proportions right with the eyes and the left side of the face, I was back on track again. And once you get past that ugly stage, it really does make for a happy artist, as you can see. Although I kind of needed that drink. Now I'm just going to make a start on Renee's turban here, showing she really is from a different time period in a different country. Renee grew up in France, and this would have been no doubt a favourite turban of hers. Look at that texture going on. And I make a start on her dainty doily dress, which is very white. In fact, the light hits the shoulder there, and this is the lightest part of the portrait. I like to keep moving around a painting, so I'm back to the eyes now, and I'll keep coming back to the eyes. Now I'm putting some highlights in on the lower eyelid where it hits, and it starts to really take on a 3D effect when you do that. Even the highlights can really bring the eyes to life. Now for the background, I'm using pan pastel again with a sponge applicator, and this is really going to give that old style portrait effect, which is what I'm looking for in this portrait. We can see the darks on one side, the light hitting at the other. Time to finish now with just the signature to go right at the end, and voila, there it is. Reine Le Brun.